They come expecting the roar, the noise, the chaos, the spectacle. But they don't see what's waiting.
I just sat back and said, there, that's it. The switch just flipped all of a sudden.
Observing, anticipating, calculating. And then, just when you think you're in the clear, this one waits, watches. You won't hear it coming, but you'll feel it hit. Gotcha. You'll feel every second of it.
Burrow throwing down the field. Oh, he's got it! Wow. Joe Burrow's first since returning. Caught by Mike Gesicki. How about that throw?
Oh, just dynamite.
There it is. Burrow is back.
Welcome to the jungle.
The Bengals are back in the jungle. Joe Burrow is back to being Joe Burr, and we are back with you for another show to get you ready for game day. Welcome in to Bengals Weekly. I'm Marissa Contipelli. 4 games remain in the regular season as the team looks to sweep the season series against Baltimore, keeping those AFC North title hopes alive in the process. So as we get you set for this Week 15 matchup against the Ravens, we had JB27 on the mic in Buffalo, and we'll take you into the Arctic with us to listen in. Ted Karras is our Walter Payton Man of the Year, and we'll tell you more about the work he is doing with his Cincy Hat Foundation. We'll also go into the vaults and relive Joe Burrow's record-breaking day against the Ravens back in December of 2021. And on Countdown, I'll tell you what milestones are within reach for Shiesty and Uno on Sunday. But first, the Bengals hosted a flag and school event earlier this season as the team continues to help spread awareness and growth for flag football in the greater Cincinnati community. Here is this week's From the Jungle.
This is just like a really awesome way for, 2 different organizations to come together and make a difference in these kids' lives.
You are welcome.
To be able to do that with Bengals by our side, it's just a really great feeling to see the smile on the kids' face and know we're doing something good and healthy for them.
You're going to have 3 chances to throw, but we're going to throw once and rotate, okay? Good job.
I think as we come together as a community, things like this kind of bridge gaps, help us communicate and collaborate with other people that you might not always be working with or working side to side with. So I think it's important that we work together, kind of open some different outlets to the students.
This is just a real great opportunity for the kids to get to participate, get to interact with Bengals, and just really get the chance for them to get moving and talk about health and reminding kids in schools that it's important to keep moving. That's what this was today. It's exercise, it's moving, and it's also just great community engagement.
The biggest difference between year 1 and year 3 version of me is really just letting my instincts take over. A lot more confident, knowing what's coming at me, knowing what I want to do, having a plan for each attack, whether it's run or pass. So I kind of carry this mentality. Coach Sweeney back at Clemson kind of says it all the time. It's a one game season, 1 week season. Whatever week you're in is the biggest game of the year. So this is the biggest game of the year. Next week, that'll be the biggest game of the year. And my routine stays the same so I can be as consistent of a player as possible. I don't switch up my routine just because of the opponent's different. It's still the NFL, National Football League. Every team we play has a dude at each position that was the best player in their state at their position, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot more confidence on the defense. We're still a very, very young defense, especially like just the young guys buying into that message from Coach Al to just be aggressive, set the tone. You send the message, you be the hammer, not the nail. So I think the defense has adapted that, especially in the second half of the season. Going into that Baltimore game, I feel like everything just clicked. We were confident, we were playing fast, we were stepping across the ball. There was no second guessing at all that entire game. When I was growing up, I was looked at NFL players almost as like untouchable, so it was always a surreal feeling just to be around them. So we did an event over at Top Golf with the Weston Low Senators. Took some of the kids that were doing good in school, good on the field, or just good at home.
What up?
We play football.
You play football?
Yeah.
What position?
Defense. I'm
Defense?
quarterback, and I play both sides.
For me, being one of those NFL players and extending myself to those kids over in West End, it's always a good feeling seeing a smile on their face and be able to just give back to the community a little bit, just whether it be an experience, anything I can do to just give back and help put a smile on someone's face is always a big deal for me, and I'm always taking advantage of that.
Heard all you guys play football, and I think everything kind of starts with that. Football kind of sets the foundation for life. That's how I see it. When it's time to go to work on the field, do your 111. So do your job for the rest of your teammates, and know that everything falls in place.
I do think it is important to have that mentor to just give a young kid just a little bit more confidence in what they're doing and showing that the process does work. It is true. As long as you stay true to it, something good is always going to come out of it.
Can we say Miles Murphy on 3? 1, 2, 3. Miles Murphy!
Come on in. Hey. What did you want?
That's right. It's time for Mic'd Up with Jordan Battle when we return here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Alta Fiber, the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. He has one of the most infectious smiles and personalities. And when you get him on the mic, it's almost a guarantee that you'll be smiling along too by the end of it. Let's now head down to field level where snow graced the field in Buffalo and Jordan Battle was on the mic for us.
I'm mic'd up. Time to have fun in the snow. Might as well make a play. I got the mic. Fly around today, make plays, bro. Hey, we gonna change the game. Somebody in this circle gonna change the game. Hey, I'm mic'd up. Mic'd up, come on. Hey. What did you want? Woo! Hey! I'm mic'd up. Y'all get it. Bleep it.
3rd down and 9 at the Bills' 28 on Cincinnati's opening drive of the game. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Pump fakes. Fires. Caught. Yosivas gets the first down.
Isn't that great? Here you go. Yosivas.
3rd down and 11. Shotgun snap. Burrow drops back. 5 steps. Throws toward the sideline. A leaping catch by Gesicki.
Cut out. I like that.
Gesicki held on. He walks about 15 yards down the field to the 10 and gives the first down signal after a leaping 14-yard grab on 3rd and 11.
I like that. Whoa! Let's go! Yo, my toes are frozen. My toes froze as hell.
Higgins out wide to the right on 2nd and 2. Burrow drops straight back to throw, firing for the end zone. T. Higgins reaches out, grabs the ball, touchdown!
Yes. Did he get it? That's tough. Oh, they called it in. That's tough. Hey, T, that's tough. That's tough, T.
Scrambles right, throws toward the pylon, coming back to the ball, sliding for the catch.
Yes.
And after looking at the replay, it has been changed to a Cincinnati touchdown.
Hey, hell yeah, Chase. Hell yeah, Chase. Hey, go get throw 9. Go get throw 9.
Allen under center. Cook is the running back at the 9. They hand it off to James Cook. He knifes forward. The ball comes out, and the Bengals have recovered in the end zone. Oh my goodness!
Give me this! Give me this!
James Cook spit up the pig, and Oren Burks comes away with a football.
Man, I'll tell you what. Who was it that put the big rap on him?
DJ Turner ripped the ball out.
That's me! That ain't you! No, that's me! That's me! That's me! Here's the highlight of it. That's me! Hell yeah! But I think I had it loose first. Nah, we should both get it though, for real. Both forced fumbles. Hey, good, bro. We needed that. Hey, we needed that right there. Hey, we needed that.
When we return, we introduce you to our 2025 Walter Payton Man of the Year and show you the incredible impact he has made in the community. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. Ted Karras is our 2025 Walter Payton Man of the Year Club winner. Ted's Cincy Hat Foundation is dedicated to helping adults with developmental disabilities by providing education and affordable housing infrastructure. In 2023, Ted won the nationwide Charity Challenge fan votes, and you can visit NFL.com/Man of the Year or vote on X by posting hashtag WPMOY Challenge Ted Karras. That's to help Ted win an additional $35,000 towards the Cincy Hat Foundation. And for now, we sit down with Ted to talk all about the work and the impact that he and his foundation have had in the Cincinnati community.
An old football adage is like, find your why. I heard that from coaches a lot growing up, and I never understood it. And it wasn't until the Cincy Hat came along that I ever truly found a why. I was delegated this role to bring awareness and fundraising and energy into housing adults with disabilities. And if that is something that I get to champion and football is the vehicle to do it, that is my why and why I go so hard at everything that I do.
It's surreal to think where things have gone. We had no idea what this was going to become, so it was all directly for the Village of Merici. There was no Cincinnati entity. Everything was connected right into the Village of Merici.
And so I had my neighbor in Florida, she's an Imperial rep, draw up a logo, printed about 100. Everyone freaked out about him. So much so that I was being pestered constantly about how to get these hats. So I said, well, all right, we'll sell them. You guys seem to really want them, but it's all going to go to my favorite charity, my favorite mission, and that's housing the intellectually disabled at the Village of Merici.
How you doing? Fine. Good to see you.
After about 2 years and $2 million of hat sales, we almost started to feel a little guilt where the Cincinnati community really did this. They've been so supportive of my mom's organization in doing good in Indianapolis. We knew we had a responsibility and a duty to bring this impact back to Cincinnati.
I think it's a testament to this city, their enthusiasm for the mission. So many different people have given their lives to this, and I think we all understand how special it is and how we can change the world. I take that very, very seriously.
Ted's been unbelievably involved in all this. Some days he's a hat designer coming up, sketching ideas for a new hat. Other days he's a real estate developer and he's going and looking at plots of land that we could build housing on. And right as we were starting the Cincinnati Foundation, we weren't exactly sure what we wanted our first program to be. Ted had gotten invited to the University of Cincinnati to tour the IDD Education Center.
Hi. How are we doing? Good to see you.
Welcome back.
What's up, guys? Well, welcome to UC. Here's a Cincy hat with the school colors. Are you guys excited to come to college? Yeah.
He specifically honed in on this Transition and Access Pathways program, the TAP program.
We're here at UC announcing the first ever Cincy Hat scholarships to the TAP program here. This is an amazing program, 4-year certificate for adults with intellectual disabilities.
So we sponsored Jessica and Mariah. They're covered, full room and board for the 4 years.
And these are 2 new freshmen right here. They're on the Cincy Hat full scholarship to UC.
Jessica and Mariah, from when I met them, before they went to college, till 1 year in, I have never seen growth like that in young people in my entire life. And that's just a testament to the efficacy of that program. That's priceless.
For him to use that platform that he's built through that football passion and translate that into good.
We're out here in Hyde Park Square, Engine 46. We're partnering with the Burned and Injured Fund, and all the Cincy hats are gonna go towards, helping that cause.
What an incredible gift and vision that he had.
This was, completely organic based on the reaction of the Houday Nation. Last time we were nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, we win the fan vote by a landslide margin. And as a reward, I throw on a tattoo event day, St. Taddie's Day. Anyone who wants to get a free tattoo can get one. We did about 450 that day.
I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, you made this a first-class event. I saw all the tattoos. Everyone came up. They're thrilled. And it's your generosity, your time. This is gonna be my first tattoo right now. It feels like, I say like a little, just kind of scratching you a little bit. Good. I can't say enough thank you to Matt. He runs the Cincy hat for us. He put on this event. Are you already done? I'm done. Wow. Dude, you did awesome. Wow. Look at that. That looks incredible.
To give a picture about how cool this town is, I'm at Christ Hospital with my wife. We're giving birth to our daughter last year in April. We gave birth to our daughter, and it's about probably an hour. My daughter's been alive for an hour. And I'm going to get some ice for my wife. We're recovering, doing great. Everyone, mom and baby are doing great. And one of the nurses looks at me and goes, "Hey, Teddy K." Lifts up her scrub, and there's a Cincy right on her tricep. And that made me feel so good. So many people are counting on me, counting on it to do good and be good. There's no ceiling on what and who we can help. We have our core mission, but we've had so many great people and organizations that feel that they have a stake in what we're doing.
What? Wow! Oh my gosh!
You are the official nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh my gosh! Thank you guys.
Please set the standard.
Thank you guys.
What we're most excited about with this nomination is the ability to continue telling that story, to continue finding people who want to join us in this mission, and to really just keep pushing forward.
It is a culmination of a lot of energy that this town brings, channeled into a specific project that we can change people's lives forever.
Stay with us, because up next, we tell you about another organization that Ted has worked with as part of his mission to help adults with developmental disabilities. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. The Cincy Hat Foundation has reached thousands of people across the greater Cincinnati and Indiana regions, as Ted Karras continues to find new ways to use his platform to help support his mission of helping adults with intellectual developmental disabilities. Last year, hundreds of supporters came out to St. Taddie's Day, and that was where Michael Metz was introduced to Ted Karras. Michael knew then that he had to get his organization, Metz Corps, involved with the Cincy Hat Project.
Seeing the impact of what we're doing and seeing, how we're able to be a part of changing somebody's life, we believe that God has given this mission to us to really just kind of push this as far as we can and serve as many people as we can. I started serving adults with IDD when I was 18 years old, and worked in the homes with individuals and helping cook, clean, hygiene, just everything like a family would, and I fell in love with that. So the vision now is creating a college-like campus for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and that's our journey we're on. We started Metz Corps in 2017. In 2021, we bought this location. So this was the former Mercy Hospital campus, and then we moved in.
What about pizza?
What about pizza? Can you get pizza?
Yeah. And tattoo.
Seeing the impact of what we're doing and seeing, you know, how we're able to be a part of changing somebody's life. We believe that God has given this mission to us to really just kind of push this as far as we can and serve as many people as we can. And not only having education opportunities and, you know, job opportunities, career paths, but life experience. We all go to college to really jumpstart our life into where we're heading, right? Figuring that out. That's exactly what we're trying to do.
Steven's, he's one of our hardest workers here at Core Mission, or Core T's shop, right? And getting things done. I'm talking about. This is my guy Drew, or AKA Drew Billy. Right. So started with us how long ago?
A long time ago.
Like 2 years ago. Yeah. So started in Core T's about 2 years ago, just like an hour a day. And then he's worked his way up. Now he's almost full time.
Yeah, almost.
And just about running the shop, right?
As that process has happened, we've had many organizations that are nonprofits that have come and now are tenants on our campus and are doing incredible work and doing God's work in the community. Now all those partnerships are giving opportunity for the people that we're serving to then serve our city and our community, which has been it's just been amazing to see.
Oh, was there?
I heard about the Cincy hat like everybody did in Cincinnati. So I saw that and just the incredible things it was doing for the village of Marici. And I was like, man, I gotta hit them up. Ted's just the most genuine dude. He's a protector. He's a God-fearing man. Like, he's just a good human. They were doing this big event. Last year was St. Taddie's Day, right? Actually, St. Taddie's Day right there. And over 500 people got that Cincy tat on them, which just incredible. From that point, he's like, man, let me come out and check out your program and stuff. And we're just walking through the Met Score, and he's like, hey man, he's like, how would you feel about being a part of, you know, the Cincy Hat Foundation? And I'm like, dude, I'd be honored, because I love that mission and I love everything you guys have done in the community. It was just like an immediate, like, hey, this is what we're supposed to do. Like, we're supposed to partner and get this thing done together. You know, he's been led to lead this community for the IDD, you know, intellectual and developmental disabilities. So like, he's taking that very seriously. He's putting that on his back, and he's trying to help as many people use his platform as a Bengal, as a leader in our community, to help as many people as possible. I think it goes back to, as being a person from Cincinnati, right? Our values of, you know, just being a good person, do good in our community, like. And that's everything that Cincy Hat resembles, right? Everything that, you know, this logo resembles. When you see it on the hat, when you see it around the city, it's just like, that's my guy. Like, we're doing good things. We're trying to change the world and make it better in our own little way. That's what I see when I see this tattoo on people. Like, I light up when I see it on people's hats throughout the community. It's like our own little way of doing something great for our community. And that's really what it means for me, and I'm committed for life. We're gonna do things and do great things for this city for the rest of our life. It's just wild to see, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it in a small way.
4 years ago, we witnessed one of the greatest performances by a Bengals quarterback. And coming up next, we step into the vault to relive it all. Back with you on Bengals Weekly, and I don't know about the rest of you, but that cold December day back in 2021 lives rent-free in my head. Joe Burrow put on an absolute show, throwing for 525 yards and 4 touchdowns, as Shiesty's showing still holds as the 4th best single-game performance in NFL history. Let's now enter the vault to relive that 41-21 win against the Ravens.
It is going to be loud, and they are ready to see if the Bengals can take a huge step in the AFC North. Burrow back to throw. He's going to fling it high and deep downfield, and it is caught by Higgins.
Unreal.
T. Higgins with a defender on either side, goes up and over both of them and hauls it in. Burrow out of the gun, catches the Hopkins snap, fires downfield, caught on the run.
Go,
Boyd sprinting down the middle of the field to the 20, the 10, the 5.
Whoa,
does a somersault into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Man.
Joe Burrow has thrown for 715 yards in 6 quarters against the Ravens this year. So far today, he has a perfect passer rating of 158.3, 18 for 21, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Burrow drops back to throw, passes, caught! T. Higgins with a touchdown catch. And the Bengals have scored on all 5 of their first half possessions. From the pocket, has time, throws, caught by Higgins. He has a first down as the Bengals convert on 4th down. Burrow throws, caught by a wide open Mixon. Touchdown! Burrow to Mixon from 9 yards out, and the Bengals are pouring it on. Burrow scrambling, throws it deep downfield. Mixon makes the catch at the 10 and goes down at the 7. Burrow with the deep ball completion, and that will take Joe Burrow up and over 500 passing yards, the first quarterback in more than 50 years of Bengals football to ever do it.
Now that game is just one of a handful of other extremely memorable moments and games against Baltimore. And that thrilling Thanksgiving win from 2 weeks ago is sure to be added to that ever-growing list. But there are plenty of other moments from this rivalry, and for more, let's send it over to the trio for this week's Who Day Conversations.
It's the Bengals and Ravens this Sunday at Paycor Stadium, the 61st all-time meeting in a great AFC North rivalry that's featured some incredible games. And in this Who Day Conversation, we are going to take a look back at 3 of our favorites. Lap, you're up first.
How about Sam Hubbard fumble in the jungle? Man, that was iconic. I mean, probably the most memorable play in franchise history. You'd have to say it's in the top. We have a tie football game, 17-17 in the 4th quarter. It's Baltimore's ball at the Cincinnati 2-yard line. The season's definitely in jeopardy. There's no question about it. Baltimore quarterback Tyler Huntley tries to do the up and over, jump up and over the pile of bodies. The ball gets punched out. Defensive end Sam Hubbard catches the ball. It's free, it's airborne. Sam Hubbard comes up with it. And he proceeds to return it 98 exciting, glorious yards to pay dirt. That score put the Bengals in front to stay 24-17. Crowd went wild. They lost their collective minds. I mean, it was off the hook at the stadium.
Huntley sticks the ball out. The Bengals have the ball.
Baby!
They are running it back. Sam Hubbard with blockers behind him. Touchdown!
How about it?
Bengals!
Woo! Talk about a turn of events. A dream come true for the Cincinnati kid. You can't replicate a feeling like that in life, is what he had to say about that football game. Case closed, game over. Glorious day indeed for every Bengals fan to celebrate.
That game's going to be a tough one to top. Butch, you're up next.
I got the calling card game on October 24th, 2021. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, not quite their coming out party, but this huge win in Baltimore. It was their 2nd road division win in a month. They beat the bullies, the Steelers and the Ravens, and this one was a thing of beauty. 41-17. It's known for the Jamar Chase 82-yard spin, and he's gone. 201-yard day, the first of many great days to come for Jamar. Burrow was Burrow with 416. That would set a trend as we sit in this building. 4 of his 7 best games have come against the Ravens. But if you ask Zach Taylor, his favorite part of that game was Samaje Perine's finishing 46-yard touchdown run to end it. A great 4-minute drill to drain the clock. The calling guy, the Jamar Joe Burrow Bengals were for real.
All right, that leaves one game for me, and I bet everybody watching this segment knows what it's going to be. New Year's Eve, 2017, on a bitterly cold night in Baltimore, 18 degrees with a 10-degree wind chill. The Ravens needed a win to make the playoffs, and some guy named Joe Flacco bounced back from a 4-for-18 start to throw a touchdown pass with about 8.5 minutes to go to give Baltimore its first lead. But down by 3, with 2:43 to go, the Bengals got the ball at their own 10, and the Red Rifle went to work, moving the ball into Ravens territory with less than 1 minute to go. Then, on 4th and 12, with 53 seconds left, Andy Dalton found Tyler Boyd for a game-winning 49-yard touchdown pass that knocked Baltimore out of the playoffs, ruined New Year's Eve parties for Ravens fans, and those are certainly 3 great memories in this series in our Who Day conversation.
Up next, we step into the locker room to hear from the guys as they prepare to take on the Ravens this Sunday. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. He's one of the founding members of the Bengals SWAT team from back in the 80s. And as someone who has been entrenched in this rivalry, we knew we had to get his take on this round 2 rematch with Baltimore. Solomon Wilcots now joins Dan Hoard to give us his preview.
Solly, what has Joe Burrow shown you over the last couple of weeks, both in terms of his on-the-field play and his leadership?
That he is the ultimate competitor. His superpower is what Vince Lombardi called is the talent from the neck up. His cerebral ability to diagnose defenses, to understand what to do, how to do it, and where to go with the football at critical moments. And you saw what he did against Buffalo. He came out. They scored on 3 of their first 4 possessions in the first half, and then kind of got it going late. Look, the law of averages is that you're going to ultimately throw an interception for a team that throws it as much as they do, as many dropbacks as they have. That the ball's going to get tipped and it's going to come down in the opponent's hands. But I think the Bills are very fortunate. They know that those interceptions were critical to them being able to win. But at the end of the day, I'm going to bet on Joe, and I'm riding with him. He's a competitor, and the guy is very cerebral. He gives the Bengals a chance to win each and every week.
So in his 2 games so far, he beat Baltimore in Baltimore by 18. The Bengals obviously went toe-to-toe with the Bills. It took a Superman effort by Josh Allen to allow Buffalo to come away with a home win. If the Bengals could get into the playoffs, and admittedly the odds are long, would they be a scary opponent for the rest of the AFC?
Yeah, I think it's just like last year, at the end of last year. No team wants to see Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and particularly the Bengals offense in the playoffs, because they already know this is a team that can come in and beat us. Even if you're playing at home, it was kind of like the 2021 season. It didn't matter who they were playing, right? They could go into anywhere, into Tennessee and get sacked 9 times and still beat you. They can go into Arrowhead Stadium and still beat you. As long as they've got Joe Burrow, I mean, they know that that's a team that's very deadly, and there's no team that wants to face this team in the postseason.
So the Bengals have a chance to beat Baltimore twice in 3 weeks, sweep the regular season series for the first time since the Super Bowl year back in 2021. Give us a few keys for the Bengals to come out on top this week.
I think it's going to be getting defensive stops. You got to get more turnovers. When you fly around and you're aggressive and you're physical on defense, and believe me, the Bengals defense was that night on Thanksgiving night at M&T Bank Stadium, the ball comes out. You saw what happened with James Cook, and the way that DJ Turner was flying around and flashed, the ball comes out. So you have to be able to do that. More importantly, you've got to cut off these tight ends over the middle of the field. Once you stop the run game, that's what they want to do. They want to get the ball to Mark Andrews. They want to get the ball to Isaiah Likely. Force Lamar to win, throwing the ball out on the perimeter. He's really good with the tight ends, but when he has to go to the receivers further down the field and out on the perimeter, unless it's off play action, it's just not there. And he's not able to buy as much time as he used to with his elusive abilities. Offensively, the Ravens defense has just not been good. They're giving up a lot of points. They're giving up a lot of big plays. And they don't like defending against Jamar Chase. We just got to continue to do what we're doing on offense. And don't forget about Chase Brown, both in the running and receiving game, because he's a weapon back there, and continue to be balanced on offense, because that goes a long way into helping the passing game.
Solly, really appreciate your time as always. Keep up the great work and happy holidays.
As the Bengals take aim at keeping Lamar Jackson and company in check for the second time this season, let's head into the locker room to hear from the players as they prepare for Sunday's tilt.
I just take it week to week, and now we're focused on Baltimore and trying to find a win and really want to win this game.
to get ourselves a little bit of momentum before the next one. Our guys are eager for this one. You can feel the energy level still really good in the building and expect it to go play well on Sunday.
I mean, I feel like everyone's ready. Everyone got the energy. We know what's at stake right now. It's the AFC North game, and everyone wants to build off of, what we can for the rest of the season. So this is just a starting point for us.
We're ready to do what we did on Thanksgiving. We want to capitalize more too on the opportunities that we had. So we just got to come out and, get ready to win this game.
Honestly, I love playing Baltimore. At the end of the day, those guys, all those DBs are good work at the end of the day. From the nickel spot to outside, from safeties, everybody is good competition across the board and just getting good work during the game.
At the end of the day, I know what type of quarterback he is. He's an elite quarterback. He's going to make plays and extend with his legs. At the end of the day, we just got to do our job and try to take the ball away.
The guys on the field are the ones that's going to have to make the plays, and that starts with preparation, confidence in the game plan, confidence in knowing what's coming to you, and just being able to play fast and strike hard.
Playing hard in the trenches, being extremely efficient in the run game. I think those are going to be probably two of the most important things to help us get a win. Just getting behind the sticks. It's kind of our main thing was getting behind the sticks and then get them the third downs and win. It's kind of hard for them to keep running the ball when they're down points that, you got to start throwing the ball around. So that's kind of the main thing right now is getting behind the sticks and play from there.
We got to win. That's as simple as that. I don't know what the odds are. I know they're not zero. And so what I told our guys, the odds aren't zero. So we're going to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, keep approaching every week the way we've been doing it. And we just got to win.
All we can do is focus week to week and try to win games. I don't think anybody's really thinking about the playoffs right now. We just got to keep doing what we're doing and try to get better.
Just focusing on the task at hand, man. Right now, what's most important is beating Baltimore.
It's frustrating when you don't win. It's frustrating when you're in close games. Yeah, it's the amount of work we put in and the expectations we have for ourselves, that's really hard when it doesn't go your way. But it doesn't change the fact that you got to wake up Monday morning and the Ravens are coming to town. You got to find a way to win.
When we return, it's time for Contipelli's Countdown, where I'll tell you what milestones are within reach for a few of our Bengals. Stay with us here on Bengals Weekly. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. The Bengals are looking for their first season sweep of the Ravens since 2021, as Cincinnati holds the 18-12 all-time lead in games played here in the Queen City. And the last two times out against Baltimore, Cincinnati has struck first. So as the temperatures are set to drop into the single digits around kickoff, the offense looks to stay hot in the opening quarter. The Bengals bring in the league's longest streak of the season, having scored points on 6 straight opening drives. It's a streak that began Week 8 and is split even between 3 touchdowns and 3 Evan McPherson field goals. The 39 points Cincinnati has scored in the first quarter in that span is 5th most in the NFL, as the Bengals will look to continue their hot starts and be the first team in the NFL since the 2023 Bengals to score on their first possession in 7 consecutive games. On the other side of the ball, Geno Stone led the way with 9 tackles, including a sack and 2 tackles for loss last week. Stone has already hit new single-season career highs in total tackles, tackles for loss, and sacks, and has tied his career highs in QB hits. As for his counterpart, Jordan Battle has logged 6 or more tackles in 5 of his last 6 games, as the third-year player has also posted new single-season career highs in tackles, interceptions, forced fumbles, and is holding opposing quarterbacks to his lowest single-season passer rating in under a 64 completion percentage. And there are a couple of milestones you need to keep an eye out for on Sunday. Joe Burrow needs 265 passing yards to reach 20,000 for his career. If he accomplishes this in Week 15, he would be tied for the 3rd fewest games to reach this number in NFL history. He will also become the 5th Bengals quarterback to eclipse the 20K threshold. Burrow is also just 2 passing touchdowns shy of reaching 150 for his career. And Jamar Chase is just 14 catches away from reaching 500 for his career. If Uno hauls in that many on Sunday, it would be the 2nd fewest games for a player to reach the 500 reception mark in NFL history. Now, as the Bengals get set to face Lamar Jackson for the 2nd time in 3 weeks, they'll look to hand the Ravens QB a 3rd straight divisional loss and sweep Jackson in the regular season. It would be the first time in Jackson's career for either of these things to happen. Cincinnati and Baltimore have combined to average almost 53 points per game over Burrow and Jackson's first 8 head-to-head matchups. It's the second most points per game average among all active quarterbacks, with at least 5 starts against each other. And as we do a little rewind to just 2 weeks ago, the Bengals defense feasted on Thanksgiving night, forcing 5 takeaways for the first time since 2007. The +4 turnover margin was the best in a single game by Cincinnati since 2018, as the Bengals held Jackson to his lowest completion percentage of the season, under 54%, and they held him to his second lowest QB rating of the year, with a 65. Pro Bowl voting is now live. You can send Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, DJ Turner, and the rest of your favorite Bengals to the Pro Bowl this February. All you have to do is visit Bengals.com/team/pro-bowl, or you can vote on social media. When you do, make sure you include a hashtag followed by the player's first and last name, just like you see here on the screen. But get those votes in now because all voting ends on December 15th. Let's rule the vote and get our Bengals to the Pro Bowl games. When we return, it's time for Social Spotlight, where Peyton Manning comes to town to test out some of the equipment that we had lying around the stadium. A snippet of Peyton's Places is after the break. It's now time for our weekly Social Spotlight segment, and we showed you earlier in the show just the impact that Ted Karras has had in the community. Now, earlier this week, he took to social media to express his honor and gratitude, saying, "Cincinnati has shown up for me and this mission in ways I could have never imagined. Grateful for the city, our community, and everyone who has helped us better the lives of adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities." Congratulations to Ted, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for 2026. Well, up next, 2 of the best met up post-game on Sunday as Josh Allen and Joe Burrow finally got a chance to chat and dap up after the dust settled in Buffalo. Love to see the respect that these two have for one another.
Think this thing still works? Of course it does. It's Paul Brown. Everything he invented still works. Want to give it a shot? Absolutely. But remember the words of one Sam Weish. You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
Peyton Manning, he is just such a gem, and great acting by Zach Taylor and Mike Gesicki on this one. This was such a fun piece that the people at ESPN Plus put together. I highly recommend you check out the full episode of Peyton's Places. That's available for you on ESPN Plus, along with all this interaction when Peyton was here back at Paycor Stadium earlier this year.
Why were fossils on my mind? I don't know, because they're cool. When aren't fossils on your mind? They go back millions of years. That's sick.
And happy birthday, 9. We had the chance to celebrate Joe Burrow's 29th birthday with some of our favorite Joe Core memories from over the years. Lots of other great content does await you on the Bengals social channels. All you have to do is give us a follow at Bengals. The Ravens and Bengals kick off Sunday just after 1 p.m. Eastern, and you can catch all of the action on your local CBS station. You can also check out one of the streaming options, including Paramount Plus in market, NFL Plus on mobile, NFL Sunday Ticket out of market, and NFL Game Pass internationally. And as always, you can listen in to Dan Horde and Dave Lapham on the Bengals Radio Network. Thanks for tuning in to Bengals Weekly. Kickoff between the Ravens and the Bengals is coming up. For Dan Horde, Dave Lapham, Jeff Hobson, and our entire crew, I'm Marissa Contipelli. We'll see you next week. Bengals Weekly was brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. AltaFiber, the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.